Good evening, Inspill Glimmers, and welcome to day 4 of the Poorcana week. Every day this week, we're doing a Poorcana game as part of a little friendly tournament between my son and I. What's Poorcana, you ask? It's very simple. You take every common and uncommon ever printed in Lorcana, and you build a deck with that. If a rare was downshifted to an uncommon, it's legal. So, with that in mind, we started with 8 decks. We've already had 3 matches where we have 3 winners. You can go in the description to watch those previous matches. And today, we're gonna make our last quarterfinal match, where we're gonna face Ember Steel Aggro versus Emerald Sapphire Discard. This is gonna be a very fun and interesting match. I don't have any clue what's gonna happen there. So, without further ado, let's jump into the deck lists. So, Sapphire Emerald Discard is a deck that wants to do 2 things. Discard your opponent's hand and bounce their cards back. That's basically what it does. Lots of early evasiveness and bounce and stuff like that to eventually get into Sudden Chill, Mother Knows Best, You're Welcome, removing everything on board, and then with a Basal Disguise Detective, just bounce back to their hand, ink, and make them discard it. Make sure they have no resources available, be it in ink or in cards in hand, and then just control the game and win with that. And if they decide to go on the offensive, an Emerald Chromicon to bounce it back and replay again everything. On the other side of the table, we have Ember Steel Aggro. This deck tries to do a little bit of what Ember Steel Aliens is currently trying to do in core, but with some more tools and a little less speed. We don't have Lilo bundled up, we don't have Daisy Duck, Donald's Date, we don't have Lilo Escape Artist, obviously, but we have the 1-cost Stitch to trigger the Lilo. We have the Angel that can come out on turn 1 if you're the second player to sing Let the Storm Rage On. We have access to Snow White Fairies in the Land to quest without being challenged. And the rest of the deck is fairly standard from what you would expect from an aggressive list, with Nani and Pleakley there to refill the hand, and 2 copies of Wisdom of the Willow, so that if you establish a bit of a board and are in a stalemate, you can Wisdom of the Willow, quest for 5, 6, 7, draw that many cards, and then just, they're going to deal with your board, you're going to replay. That's fine. You put pressure. So, as usual, I have Clever Flamingo with me, my son, who is going to be dealing with my shenanigans. Let's decide who is going to play what. So we have our 2 tokens here. Let us shuffle them perfectly under the table without anyone knowing which is which. I promise you I'm not counting. Alright, and then we're gonna have 1 even, 1 odd here. Go ahead, roll those dice. 7, so you're going to be playing Discard, and I'm going to be playing Aggro. Let's see how this goes. Like this. So, let's shuffle those decks up. And remind our viewers that this is Poorcana week, so every single day this week we are playing Poorcana from the top 8 all the way to the finals to determine which of these decks is the best. And if you want to do that at home, it's really easy. You take your bulk. Like, a lot of people in your community, at your local store, online, will have a ton of bulk cards. Sure, some things like the T-Pose and the Sail the Azurite Sea might be $2, but that's the expensive stuff. Most cards, free, 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents if you're unlucky. And you can easily build those decks. The priciest one from everything we did was like $25 US at TCG Player Converted, and the cheapest one is about $7 or $8. So don't be afraid to try out the format. It is really, really fun. And you should definitely experience it if you're tired of Dogs, Blurple, and Purple Steel doing everything in the meta as they are right now. So, without further ado, we haven't decided who's starting. So, even a Ruds? Alright. And it's even. I'm gonna start. Reshuffle that deck because somehow you have a tendency to always have your cards piled up in the first game, so let's do it like this. And best of luck. Let's start this final match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Haha, 6, 7. What a joke. This and this. I'm gonna return 2 cards here. There we go.
I'm going to return 6 cards.
6 cards for you. This is not your typical blue deck where you need ramp and at all costs, just so you remember. We are playing those, as you saw, randomly on who's playing which list, and partially blind. These are the first playtests of those lists. Once everything is done, we will likely update them with the lessons learned, if I can say it like that, from this series. If you have a list to submit to us, don't hesitate. Like, put it in the comment, reach out to us. We would love to do this because our goal is to eventually be able to make some very cool Poorcana tournaments, because this is a genuinely fun format that hasn't been solved yet. So if you like unsolved format, if you like brewing, this is an amazing experience for you. And with that being said, best of luck. It's gonna be Stitch into Mulan. I'm gonna do the effect. So drawing, and here discarding a... What am I discarding here? I think I'm discarding a Smee. Go ahead. Pegasus. All right. Draw. So is this the right call? I think this is the right call. I'm gonna ink a Stitch here, play a Grandmother Willow, and oh, actually, I'm gonna redo this play if you don't mind. Play a Smee instead. My bad. And go quest for 1 here. Go ahead.
That's really not the match.
So apparently not the right cards for the matchup on Flamingo's side. Inking a Basil, playing a Sail the Azurite Sea, inking a Sail the Azurite Sea. And questing for 1. We have a race, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'm going to ink Snow White. And then it's going to be Grandmother Willow into Penny. So Grandmother Willow, the first character I play each turn after I've upgraded her, costs 1 less. Penny, when she enters, I may remove 2 damage from chosen character. I'm going to choose Smee. And they gain resist +1 until the start of my next turn. So even though I don't have a captain, not gonna take damage here. Gonna go quest for 2. Go ahead. Put the pressure on. And let's see what will be done. That happens. Apparently, Kiddo does not like his hand. So bouncing Grandmother Willow to the hand. Definitely a way to slow down the pace. Alright. Here. I think we're gonna start by let the storm rage on. Here. Ha. Ha. Mulan in the ink here. And then quest for 4. Putting 1 damage onto Smee because I do not have a captain. Go ahead. We can see the despair in Flamingo's hand. Maybe not the right matchup for this specific deck. Turn.
Yeah. What we're going to do instead,
Draw. So here it's gonna be 2 for Willow, 1 for Willow, 1 for Mulan.
No,
and
free.
Free for Mulan. That's even better. We like free. I'm gonna do the Mulan effect of drawing and discarding a Let the Storm Rage on. And then here I'm gonna go quest for 2 with Penny and pass the turn over to you. Basil here. It is a character. Mother knows best the Willow. Alright. Quest for 1. Draw for turn. Going to pay 4 here for a Wisdom of the Willow. So I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6 and draw 4 cards. Alright. 4 cards here. And now going to ink an Angel, play a Lilo for free. Which is even better. So then what I'm going to do is not play a Lilo, because you're right, I have the discount. So I'm going to play a Penny, healing Smee, giving him resist +1. And passing the turn, not taking damage because resist. Go ahead.
That's a lot of... Your fate, that's a lot.
So this might not be the best showcase, but we will see.
I'm almost certain I'm going to do in a couple of turns. So let's play Chronicon!
Oh, a defensive hand when you're not the one defending or being aggressive. Sending the Smee back to hand. Penny here, Mulan here. Alright.
You don't win.
At least I don't win.
And
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't get to bounce stuff here.
Draw a card here. 2 for Willow because of course.
1 for Widow.
1 for Willow. I forgot I had one. I thought I didn't have any more. 3 for Lilo. 1 for Stitch. 1 for Stitch. Here.
It's a Japanese dog.
Japanese dog. And 2 for Smee. And then gonna go quest for 3 here. Go to 18.
19. Oh, no,
18. Go ahead.
Hey, you're a little late.
He is a little late.
Quite a bit late.
And then... Alright, so that's gonna be it for game 1. Really quick aggro game here. We saw what an unanswered deck will do, which is not really the best of showcase, but definitely not the best hand post mulligan for Flamingo here, sadly. And now let's jump into game 2, which Flamingo is going to start. So, best of luck. Hopefully a better starting hand than what we had. If not, you know, it's possible that there were flaws in the deck building and lessons to learn from that. That's part of building and trying decks. I think I'm going to full keep. Returning 4? Alright. Hopefully it's better. Start us off. Inking a yokai and turn. Alright. Probably not the start you want, but we'll see. Playing an angel here. So angel, an underdog. If it's my first time and I'm going second, I can pay 1 instead of 2 to play her, and she's a singer 3. Go ahead. Basil into Ursula. Well, you're gonna take one of the Let the Storm Rage Ons from me because I have 2. And then I have Lilo and Stitch, Smee and Penny. Draw for turn. We're gonna start with a Let the Storm Rage on Ursula. To draw a card. And then I think it's gonna be GG into Lilo and Stitch as a pair. So Lilo's no artist. If I have a character named Stitch in play, she quests for 2 instead of 1. And Stitch new dog. He's a 2/2 for 1. Go ahead. Get Bouncing Angel back to my hand. Pass a turn. All right, with the Ink Runner. Thank you. With the Ink Runner back in hand, what are we doing here? This is the discard deck. I feel like it wouldn't make sense to not be trying to draw cards. So I'm gonna play Nani, Stage Manager. When she comes into play, I look at the top 4. I may reveal a character cost 2 or less and put it into my hand. So that is most of my deck, if we're being completely honest. I'm gonna reveal a Penny here. Put this right here under the deck. Go quest for 3. And pass the turn. So Nani, also a 3/3. 4/3 that draws you a card. Very, very useful in these aggro matchups. Shifting a Baymax? Wow. Okay, and removing this. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go. Draw a card. We're gonna ink a hook here. We're going to remove the Baymax, because ain't no way I'm letting that live. And I'm going to play 2 Smees. They're bumbling mates. Go ahead. So what do we have here? Is it 2 Mother Knows Best? Oh, it's a Chromicon. A Pegasus in the ink without the small one to be able to... And a Mother Knows Best. Well, there was one. Draw a card. Do I want to keep that against you? That's a good question. I think I'd like. So for 2 here, it's going to be a Penny, giving resist. And for 2, it's going to be a Smee. I'm going to go quest for 2. Pass the turn. Ursula, well, you're going to take my World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Should have inked it. And a Penny. Sorry. And bouncing the Smee to my hand. Alright, here. Going to draw a card. Huh. That is something. I do not know what to do with this information. But still, gonna play a Penny on Smee. Gonna play a Smee. Gonna go quest for 4. Going to 9 and pass the turn. A Popsicle! Drawing a card. Where were you turn 1? Sudden Chill. I'm gonna discard Let the Storm Rage on. Heal the kit and remove the Penny, of course. That works. Draw for turn. You again. I mean, I'm gonna go quest for 6. And play a Smee. And at the end of the turn, I'm gonna put damage on my Smees. And pass turn. So many mates. Oh well, he's coming back to my hand. What are you trading with? The penny or Smee? One on penny. All right. Let's draw. Grandmother Willow into Smee, questing for 4. Taking a damage on Smee. Go ahead. Basil without a target, removing the Smee, and that's gonna be game here. Lilo finishing it up. So clearly, Ember Steel aggro was too fast, I think, is all we can really say here. This deck has some potential if unanswered. You had more answers this time around, but even then, with Angel and Let the Storm Rage on early on, you're able to do some pretty potent things. This is really a deck that I'm curious to see how it's going to fare further along the rest of the tournament, especially against some of those challenge decks and more removal based like Ruby Amethyst. So we're going to see that. Maybe Ruby Amethyst didn't win. You need to watch the other videos to know. But we will see that next time. And we're going on to the semi-finals tomorrow, where only 4 decks now remain, Ember Steel aggro being one of them. Thank you everyone for being here so far in the week through the quarterfinals. We're going to see you tomorrow for the demi-finals, but until then, keep questing.